Most traders count Elliott Waves and still lose. The ones who add Fibonacci know exactly where to buy. Let me show you. Okay, so now let's switch the attention and take a look at Elliott Wave and Fibonacci. This right here is something that can make your Elliott Wave trading even stronger, even more significant, and as a result, you can hopefully take better trades and make more money. And here, there are a few important rules that you need to learn about. We need to talk about both retracements and extensions. But let's begin here with retracements. So when it comes to retracements, remember the retracements are referring to the pullbacks in the wave. So if I have a count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when we talk about retracements, we're talking about wave 2 and 4. And here, wave 2 typically retraces 0.5 to 0.618 of wave 1. These two are two very common Fibonacci numbers, and don't worry, I will show you guys exactly how to do this inside TradingView very soon. And here, wave 4 tend to retrace around 0.382 of wave 3. All right, so now let's quickly jump into TradingView. And as you guys know, if you are in our community or if you have been following the channel for a while, TradingView is the platform I use for all my technical analysis. And in my opinion, it is the best, trading platform. Nowadays, it also has investing things. It basically has all things trading and investing. And if you, for some reason, don't have TradingView yet, you are in luck because I do have a special link that you can use to get, the premium version of TradingView for 30 days. And you will also get a $15 bonus if you later on decide that you want to upgrade. But what I now want to do is that I just want to open up a blank page in TradingView because I want to show you the Fibonacci retracement ratios. And to do this, I'm going to click on the brush tab here and I'm going to use the path. So this is a simple way we can draw out an Elliott Wave motive wave. So remember, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this right here is an example of a motive wave. And what we now want to focus on are the pullbacks. And remember, this right here is the first pullback and this right here is the second pullback. And remember the rules. For wave 2, this one usually pulls back to around 0.5 to 0.618. So this one should probably be a little bit deeper here. And now you might wonder, you might not even know what I mean by 0.5 to 0.618. Well, these are Fibonacci numbers. So let's go here to GAN and Fibonacci tool and open up our Fib retracement. If I just draw this one out on the chart, you can see that we have multiple numbers appearing here. We have a number called 1, we have a number called 0.786. Here we have the 0.618 and so on and so on. And what these numbers are is that they are basically percentages. So for example, 0.618 basically means 61.8% right here. And for example, 0.5 means 50%, 0.382 means 38.2%, and so on and so on. And these are percentages we use here to calculate the pullback. So remember, I said that wave 2 usually pulls back around to 0.5 to 0.618. So what we need to do here is that we anchor the Fibonacci from the low of wave 1 to the high of wave 1. And now what the Fibonacci basically measures is how deep is this pullback. And as I said, this pullback is usually around 0.5 to 0.618. So this one usually goes somewhere in between here. But now also remember that wave 4, to make it a little bit more clearly, let me draw the Fibonacci a bit here. Wave 4 is usually a little bit more shallow. So it usually pulls back to the 0.382. So what we now need to do is that we need to measure wave 3. So we anchor once again from the low of wave 3 to the high of wave 3. And as I said, this pullback usually ends around 0.382. Of course, in real markets, it's often not this perfect. Sometimes it's a little bit more shallow. Sometimes it's a little bit more deep. Wave 3 can actually, remember the rules here, we can actually go down all the way down here and it can still be valid. But if we pass the high of the wave 1, then we are breaking a rule. But, you know, many times it will be somewhere around here. So these are basically the two most important rules for retracements when it comes to Fibonacci. But now I want to switch attention a little bit because we need to also talk about Fibonacci extensions. So here, when it comes to Fibonacci extensions, we have that wave 3 commonly extends 1.618 of wave 1. And wave 5 often equals wave 1. So we usually have wave 1 and wave 5 around the same, or it extends 0.618 of the move from wave 1 to wave 3. And let's jump back into TradingView to demonstrate this clearly. Okay, so here we're back in TradingView and we have the exact same motive wave right here. But now when we use extensions, we need to use another tool. So you want to go once again to Gann and Fibonacci tools, but now you want to use the trend-based Fib extension. And I would say that the most important extension relationship here is that, wave 3 should be around 1.618 of wave 1. This is at least the optimal scenario. And now what you need to do to draw your extension is that you anchor from the low of wave 1, you drag up to the high of wave 1, and then you go down here to the low of wave 2. And here, what I said was that, remember, this is wave 3. Wave 3 is the one I'm dragging right now. This one usually goes up to around 1.618. So it usually goes up to here. If you only learn one extension rule, I will learn this rule right here. Another rule that is pretty much an extension rule, but this is more what I call a measured move. This is that wave 1 and wave 3 in a good scenario is around the same size. So what we can do here is that I usually use let me go here to drawing tools and use the rectangle. What we can do is that we can measure wave 1. So we measure how tall is wave 1, and then we take it here to wave 3, and we can say that wave 3 is usually, the same length as wave 1. But remember here, this is when we measure on the vertical axis. We actually can measure on the horizontal axis as well. So here, let's jump back to the slides. This is when we talk about time ratios. But I want to emphasize as what I said earlier in the course, that I think it's much more important to learn about extensions and retracements than time ratios. Time ratios is basically when we measure in the other direction, so we measure horizontally. And here you have some rules. For example, wave 3 or wave 5 often complete at 1.618 or 2.618 or even 4.618 Fibonacci time extensions. But once again, I would not focus on this until you learn and master retracements and extensions. And before you dive deep into retracement and extensions, you need to learn, you need to master the count. The count is the most important things. But here, a pro tip is that when you have, if you have both vertical and horizontal Fibonacci confluences that meets at the same point, the signal becomes more stronger. So if we can align all of these signals, the analysis becomes stronger. But right, so now let's take a look at something very important. That is, of course, how do we actually trade using, Elliott Waves as a beginner? This video was just a very short clip from our full Elliott Wave trading course right here on YouTube. To watch the full course, all you need to do is to click or tap on the screen right here. I hope to see you all over there very, very soon.